EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Back to Mixon on second down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Burrow on play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 4 that time. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man complete, Moore. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a handoff to Chandler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
57. Let's go.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now Chandler, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ty Chandler, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here we go.
2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And this is caught at the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 54 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again? Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too? And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. And it's a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. That's on Jackson Carman, second-round pick in 2021. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman, for the KC first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dumps it off to Mixon. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They run it with Chandler, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion. Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation. And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well. And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it?
has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go. Can.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Burrow. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
11 MT.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
11.
it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Chandler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Up the middle they go. Chandler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Oh, and it's off the mark. Harrison Butker pushed it to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Ooh, partner, that one was close. That one almost turned into 6 points for the guys on defense.
Yeah, because you can jump those out routes, take it the other way.
Yeah, so close, but instead, it turns into a nice play for those guys on offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. That third down conversion good for 23. Mixing up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. Shifts by him.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Mixon with a first down carry.
109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Eluding the pressure right. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. The Bengals, yes, the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl as we say thank you for watching and good night. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans.
Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title.
Jameis now on first down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He's got room at the 30.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And the Buccaneers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chris Godwin.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And this is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On third down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On play action, Winston. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Brady. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Evans' 1,000-yard streak to start his career remains intact and is now at 8 years strong. And in his 8th season, came a career-high 14 touchdown catches as well. Another similar season, and Mike Evans will cross the 10,000-yard milestone this year. Easy 1st down pickup for the superstar wideout.
Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And the Bucs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Fournette is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Lawrence Cager, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd and 7, Winston. Out route to Hill, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Now Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. Slide, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, Their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Now Winston. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing, Winston. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
To throw, Winston. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Winston. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
He's got the first down and more than that.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Ty Chandler with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Winston dancing to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. That one caught out wide by Julio. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
To throw is Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Buccaneers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Play fake. Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Tryon in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the deep left sideline. A dive, and it looks like he's got it. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Brady going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Brady going to throw here. Man open, here is Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.